Hey everybody, I'm Alan.
And I'm Jeff, and together we are Dads Playing Games. Today we want to do a present for our viewers.
Yep, we are presenting you with our 2019 Dads Playing Games Frostgrave Christmas Special. We hope you enjoy it.
And this is my warband. I have a wizard, archer, templar, and man-at-arms.
So here's my warband. We have our wizard, we have a barbarian, we have a tracker, and an archer.
On a cold and dreary December night, two wizards and their small bands were heading into Felstad for a battle. On the way, they saw something bright red falling out of the sky, scattering packages all over the nearby city. They knew something strange had happened. Once they reached there, they saw a jolly fat man with a white beard crying. They asked, "What is the matter?" He told them, "I am Santa Claus. All my presents have fallen out of my sleigh, scattered over this forsaken city. Will you help me to pick up the presents and get them back to my sleigh, which is on the other side of town?" These two wizards, they knew that there is more to life than just collecting treasure. So they both agreed to put aside their grievances, help this Santa Claus find his bags of treasure and presents, and get them to his sleigh. So in this game, we're having both of our war bands cooperating together, escorting the Santa Claus figure all the way diagonally across the board to his sleigh, waiting for him. Along the way, we must pick up every treasure or every bag that is out there, all 5 of them. Once all of those are picked up and Santa is safely delivered, it is a victory condition for both war bands. There is going to be a lot of bad guys spawning. At the end of every turn, we're going to be putting more and more enemies on the board whose goal isn't to attack the war bands, it's to attack Santa Claus.
Alright, so we're going to start with 5 random monsters on the board here. We're going to be using just the middle column for the entirety of this battle. Alright, we've got a 13, which is 2 wolves, a 14, which is a medium construct, 11, which is a snow leopard, a 17, which is 2 ice toads, and a 19, which is a worm. All right, we have the monsters on the board. We have our snow leopard that just looks like a dog. We have a medium construct. We have 2 wolves that also look like dogs, but they have dots on them, so they're different. We have 2 giant ice toads back there, and 1 worm. So they're each by a treasure token. And these black squares you see on the board are spots where a monster can potentially spawn. We plan to roll 1 random monster appearing at the end of every turn. Oh, and then we cast some out-of-game spells. Jeff successfully cast Right Scroll.
Right Scroll, and the scroll that my wizard wrote was Control Animal, because it looks useful.
Yes, I think that will be very useful. And I successfully cast Raise Zombie, which for my team will instead be Build Snowman. So we've got a special guest making an appearance here with our snow team. Okay, we will start by rolling initiative. I'll be using the white with a black number die.
And I'm white and orange with green.
All right. Let's see which of us goes first. All right, looks like Jeff will be going first. And then the monsters, who will be using the orange die, they will be going after us.
All right, for my opening salvo, the sigilist here is going to fire a glow spell at the medium construct, trying to make it easier for the archer and any other archers to hit him.
All right.
So I need to have a 10, 15. All right.
Success.
He is glowy.
All right, he's got a glowing headband on now, thanks to my daughter's rubber band collection. Is your wizard going to move?
Good point. Yes, the wizard is going to... He will move not very far. 4 inches to right there. And then this archer, he will fire and then move. So the archer has a shoot of +2, and the medium construct has a fight of +1. So let's see how this goes. Wow. So the archer wins with 17 +2 for being an archer, and +3 more for being for the glow. So that makes a total of 22. He had 10. So he loses his armor was 12. So that's 10 damage.
Okay.
And he has 12 health, so he's still standing, but not happily.
All right. And we're not using the wounded option, just because we usually don't. But actually, that wouldn't even affect the construct, because they're not affected by that.
The archer here is just going to move up in support of the wizard, just to there. Okay. And then man-at-arms, he's going to probably go for a double move. So for my man-at-arms and Templar, they're going to move together. And the Templar is the slowest and furthest, so he can only move 7.5, which will put him right here. And the man-at-arm has a little bit extra movement, but he's going to stay with his friend because a shield wall is a shield wall.
All right, so next I will be activating my Necromancer, who's actually in this game going to be a Snownomancer. And he is going to cast Possess here on this Barbarian. He casts on a 14. Failure by 8. I'm not going to empower that. He takes 1 point of damage. All right, and after casting that, he's just going to move 6 to right here. All right, next we will move the Archer. He's going to move 6 right up here. He's going to fire his snowball shooter at the construct. +2 versus +1. Alright, that is a failure. My tracker, he has a move of 7. He'll just come over here and move on the other side of the archer. He is also going to take a shot at that construct, see if we can finish him off. Nope. Alright, next I'll move my Barbarian. He's going to come over here and try to protect this wizard and archer. So he can move a total of 9 on a double move. So he's just going to come over here and right in front of him there. And we've decided that instead of the usual group activating with a wizard, we're just going to have Jeff's guys go, my guys go, just to simplify this type of cooperative play. So I'll go ahead and move my other guy, and then we're going to take turns moving jolly old Saint Nick there. So my snowman can move 4, but he'll double move for a total of 6 and come hang out behind these guys. All right, let's see here. I'll go ahead and move Santa Claus this time. He can move 6 on a normal move. And one thing about Santa Claus is just like, how does he carry all that not treasure? How does he carry all that those gifts on his sleigh? Well, he has a special backpack that can carry in any amount of gifts. So he is not encumbered by any treasures he picks up, and he can carry as many of them as he runs into. So let's send him over here, and he'll hang out over here by the archer. Alright, now it is the monster phase.
Okay, so the monster's turn. The snow leopard sees these 2 melee fighters here and thinks that looks like a delicious treat. So he's going to go in and engage with the man-at-arms.
Alright, I guess your Templar would be within an inch, so he could snap into combat if you want.
Sure, let's do. Snow Leopard has a fight of +2, whereas the Man at Arms has a fight of +3. So let's see how that works out. So that's a 4 versus a 19.
Alright. Snow Leopard's armor is 10, so 9 damage.
Alright. They have 10 hits total, so
he's
down to 1.
Good job, Man at Arms.
Yeah.
Wait! Your Man at Arms is supported by your Templar, which gives him +2 to his fight.
Good point.
That Snow Leopard is defeated.
Hurrah!
Next, we'll move the Medium Construct. They have a movement of 5, which will put him in front of the Barbarian, but close enough that he can snap into combat with the Barbarian. So that's what he'll do. And we'll roll some combat. I'm a +4. He's a +1. Oh no! He got a 20 total. Against my not so good. So that's 10 damage to my Barbarian. He is down to 4. Right, next we have 2 wolves down here. They can see this pile of people. So they are going to come down. Movement of 8, so double move on a 12. Right behind the construct.
And not quite close enough to snap into combat.
Luckily for my Barbarian. Right, now we'll move the other monsters. The other monsters on the board can't see anybody. So, normally, monsters move randomly unless I think a unit is within 10 inches. But we're just doing within line of sight. They'll move towards any of our figures. However, if they see Santa, they will move towards Santa no matter who is close to them. So we'll start out with these 2 ice toads, see which direction they move. So he's just going to turn around, kind of move this way. They aren't going to move off the board. This guy, he's going to move this way. And this worm over here, see which way he will move. He's going to move this way. They have a move of 7. I'm just going to put him kind of right up against the side there. And then I just remember that they have second moves. So let's have them move their second moves back over here to this guy. The second move is just going to eat that ribbon. This one's second move is going to put him kind of right over here. And that worm, his second move, 3.5 inches, and right back to where he started. Alright, so at the end of the round, we are going to spawn another enemy. Let's see what we get. 12 is a white gorilla, so we'll be putting a brown monkey out there. Let's see which spot he spawns at. Let's see, spot number 1 will be the green spot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spot number 1. There is our brown gorilla. Round 2 initiative. Round 2 initiative, both 18s. Alright, looks like you.
Alright. Okay, for my second turn, the wizard here is going to cast Control Animal on the green-backed wolf. I need a 16 to do that, which, who knows, that's pretty high, but let's see what happens.
15.
15. I'm actually going to empower that for 1 and control the animal while taking 1 point of damage. And I have a scroll, but I'm going to save the scroll as backup.
Alright.
So that wolf is now mine.
So does it have to roll to try to break it?
It does get an immediate will save, so 12 does not beat.
Alright. Added a figure to your warband.
Yeah. And then the wizard is going to move up into combat here. with that guy to support the barbarian.
All right.
Second, my archer here is going to fire at the beige-backed wolf. +2 versus +1. 18, 20 versus 8.
All right.
So that is, and the wolves' armor is 10 damage. And with a health of 6,
All right.
he's not looking too good.
One enemy down.
All right, well then I think I'll take this wolf up into combat on the construct and have it take a bite.
All right.
And he doesn't benefit from glow.
Okay. So your wolf is a fight +1.
+1, and the construct is a fight of +1.
And you're supported by 2 figures for a total of +5.
+5. So 15 to 6. Armor is 12, so beat his armor, dealing 3 damage.
All right. He had 2 health left, so construct is destroyed.
There's a glowing construct on the ground.
And then I guess you got your guys over here.
Right, those two. For my melee companions over here, they're going to move. The man-at-arms is going to move 6. That's within his movement range, and he'll pick up the present package.
All right.
The Templar only has a movement of 5, so he'll do a double move to get up beside here, and he won't pick anything up.
Okay. And you're going to move Santa Claus this turn.
Right. So Santa Claus, he's not very wise. He's going to start going straight for the nearest treasure and his ride out. So he will wind up right there. So for his second move, he will go straight to the treasure and pick it up.
Wait, that was his second action.
That's true. He will not pick it up.
He was excited though.
He was raring to go.
He didn't realize he was breaking the rules. So,
Always bad when Santa breaks the rules.
that's right. To start my turn, my tracker here is going to take a shot at that brown gorilla down there. You can see most of it. There's one intervening terrain in the way. So he will fire. Okay, so my tracker is a shoot +2. The gorilla is a fight +4. There's one intervening terrain giving him a total of +5 to my +2. The right dice. Alright, I got a total of 20 to 17. That's a hit. Gorillas have an armor of 12, so that's 8 damage, putting him down to 6 health. Not bad. And after the shot, he's going to move. He'll move 4 to right there. And then 3 more. So you can move 7 to right over here. And my archer, he can't really see that gorilla, so he's going to move to where he can see. He'll move 6 right up to here. Make sure he's not going to shoot Santa. He's got a pretty clear shot at the gorilla right there. So that'll be a +2. Then he moved, so the gorilla gets a +1. So a total of +2 for me and +5 for the gorilla. All right, 13 to 21. The arrow hits the rat king. So miss. All right, my Snownomancer is going to move 6, which will put him right up behind the archer here. And he's going to attempt to cast Bone Dart, which in this game is Snowball, on the gorilla. So same thing. I did move, and there's a little bit of intervening terrain. So the gorilla's got a +6 if I even successfully cast this. He casts Bone Dart on an 8. Success. Now it's a +5 shooting attack. So this is going to be +5 for me, +6 for the gorilla. I got a 20 to a 10. That is armor of 12, so that's 8 damage. He had 8 health left. The gorilla is down. And lastly, we will move our snowman. Double move of 6 right over here. We'll bring the rest of his body with him. Okay, so for the monster phase, luckily we took out a number of their monsters that phase on our turn. So this worm over here can see your Templar down there. So he can move 7 on a single move. And that'll put him not quite into close enough to snap into combat. But for his second move, he will move into combat with your Templar. Is your Man-at-Arms going to snap in?
Yes, he will join.
Okay.
Well, he's already joined.
All right, and now we're going to move these 2 ice toads. First one is going to move that direction, 3 inches. And if we count his whole body as being his eyes, he can see, his backside can see Santa Claus. So his second move will be a massive 1.5 inches in that direction. The other one over here is going to move right there, so he's not moving. I guess he could start climbing up the terrain, but I think we're just using the terrain as unclimbable. And next one is going to move him an 1.5 inches this way. And let's see what monster spawns at the end of the round. 20 is a werewolf. He's going to show up at space number 6. And there's our werewolf. Now we'll roll initiative. Looks like I get to go first this time. Alright, to start out my turn, my tracker is going to shoot at the ice toad. I'm a shoot +2, and ice toads are a fight +2. 16 to 14. That is a hit. Ice toads have 10 armor, so that's 6 damage. They only have 5 health. So that ice toad is defeated. So he can move 7, but he's just going to come over here by the treasure so he can pick it up next round. Next, my archer. My archer, he'll just step out over here by this hot chocolate mug. And he can see that werewolf. Let's move him back. Right there. This bow is just slightly intervening. So I moved, so he gets +1 for movement, +1 for the intervening terrain. He only has a fight of +4, so he's +6 to my +2. I got an 8, he got a 24, so the arrow fails. All right, my barbarian, he's badly wounded, but he's gonna protect Santa Claus. He's gonna run up right next to him here. He'll just double move to right there. My zombie, snowman, he's going to move to here, and then move 2 more to put him right about there. And my wizard is going to cast Possess on the barbarian. 3. He cast that on a 14, failed by 11, 1 damage. Then we'll just move him up here between the archer and the zombie snowman.
Okay, so when the Man-at-Arms picked up the treasure, we got we forgot to spawn a monster, so we'll do that now. A 13.
2 more wolves.
2 more wolves, and they will come in on spot 6. Right by the werewolf. Okay, so for the start of my phase here, the wolf that I captured is hearing some sounds of fighting, so he's gonna take off for his 8 to here, and then his last 4 can put him into combat here on the back side of the worm. So he's supporting over here. My wizard is going to move for 6 up to here. The wizard here is going to place an explosive rune on the ground here, hoping to protect the backside of our troop as we move through. So my wizard needs a 10 in order to drop the explosive rune. Got 13. So this will be our explosive rune right at his feet. Next, my archer is going to move up towards Santa Claus. These guys are both in combat here, so we'll have about the Templar will go first. He's not holding the treasure, and he will attack the worm. So the worm comes in with a fight of +4. The Templar also has a +4 plus support and support, so that's 8.
Yep.
So +8 versus +4. 10 to 14. And the Templar's armor is 12, so he takes
2 damage.
2, yeah. Ouch. So now the man-at-arms, seeing that the worm is chewing on his friend, is going to hack at him. He gets the +4 for the supporting characters, and he comes in with a +3.
He's encumbered by the gifts.
Right, by the
Minus
bag of
1.
gifts. So +3 +4 -1 is 6 versus +4 on the worm. So 17 and 10. Armor is a 10.
7 damage on the worm.
7, indeed.
They have 20 health to start out with, so
It's going to be a while. Okay, so the first action in the monster phase is the worm is going to attack the thing in combat with it with the least hit points, which is the wolf. So we'll spin it around there. The wolf has a fight of +1, +4, so 5 total. And this guy has a fight of +4, so +5, 16, 19.
So 19 for the worm.
Yeah.
With an armor of 10, 9 damage to that.
9 damage
wolf.
on a 6 hit point wolf. It was good while it lasted.
Okay, next I guess we got these guys over here.
Yeah, and I believe they would have, at least these two have line of sight to Santa.
Yeah. So let's move them first.
So the wolf can move 8, which he could snap into combat with your barbarian.
Okay.
And should we have him take a bite now, or wait until we move the others?
Probably finish his round. Right, the wolf is +1. I am +4. Oh no. We got 12 to 16. That's 6 more damage on the barbarian, which takes that barbarian out of combat. Man down.
Go, Santa, run!
Alright, so next we'll do the werewolf. He can see Santa, so he can move 7, which will get him here. Then he can double move into combat with Santa. He had to use both moves to get over there, so he can't fight. The wolf cannot see Santa, but he can see my guys over here, so he can move 8. Put him right here. Question is, can he see Santa? I guess he can see Santa through the back of the werewolf. Alright, since his backside can see Santa, he would move his second move over to Santa. So he's going to be standing over the body of this barbarian. And that is all the monsters on the board. Let's see where the monster spawns at the end of the round. 7. A boar is going to show up in spot number 3.
That's 1, 2, 3. This boar might look like a cow, but it is certainly a boar.
Initiative for this round. going first again. And we kind of forgot about this ice toad. He is going to travel in direction this way. Just crash into this. And then he is going to move this way. My archer is just going to move over here to take a shot at the wolf that's not in combat. +2 to +1, but I moved, so it's +2 to +2. I got an 18. I got a 5. Its armor is 10, 8 damage. It had 6 health, so 1 wolf down. Next, I'm going to have my Snownomancer come over here. We don't want this explosive ruin to go off yet. He's going to try to cast Snow of the Earth instead of Bones of the Earth. He casts on a 10. 10! Successful. Alright, so that means the snow kind of comes up around him and the boar has to fight off the snow before it can move. We'll go ahead and have our snowman come over and get into combat with this werewolf on a double move to provide support. And then over here we will have this tracker pick up this treasure, and then we'll see what monster spawns with that. We are going to spawn a white gorilla at spot number 1. Turns out this gorilla here, since I don't have any other monkeys, this gorilla wasn't actually defeated and it comes back up, ready for some more action. Now that he's picked this treasure up, he can move 3.5. And it's your turn, Jeff.
Alright, so my archer, seeing all this fighting going on up here, but knowing he's not great at melee, he's going to glance over, see this gorilla, take a shot at him, probably 1 piece of intervening terrain there. So the archer comes in with a shoot of +2 intervening terrain, and the gorilla is +4, so he's +5 with the intervening terrain. So 21 versus 13. Gorilla has 12 armor, 9 damage out of 14. So he's still standing, he's just angry now.
Okay.
And then my archer is going to move.
Provide support or stay out of
He's going to stay out of the melee, but he's going to try and get into a better spot for seeing the gorilla later.
I guess the gorilla will come at Santa Claus, so he's going to come at the archer.
Oh, good point.
I guess it's the archer or Santa.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the archer there. He's running, he's going to be the tight end out there supporting the edge. Wizard here, seeing the explosive ruin and the large fight around it, decides that the better part of valor is getting away from it. So he is also going to come over this way. He'll go 6. And he's going to cast a spell on the strong werewolf over there. Furious Icicle instead of Furious Quill, because winter theming. So the Sigilist needs a 10 to cast Furious Icicle. 3. I will take that failure.
Okay, 1 point of damage.
Yep. Back over here to my melee fighters, the Templar and the Man-at-Arms. Templar is going to do a big swing. He has support, so he's going to be at +6 versus +4. 17 plus 6 is 23, and 12 plus 4 is 16.
13 damage on the worm?
13 damage, and the worm had 13 points left, so...
Well, +2 damage for that two-handed weapon.
Oh, right.
Has.
So he's definitely down. They've done a good job of laying out some difficult terrain between them and the gorilla. Templar is going to move his 5 So he's going to move to there. The man-at-arms carrying the treasure will be a little bit slower. And he's going to go right around behind.
And then it's my turn to move Santa, I believe. He's not going to fight anybody. He's just going to stay in combat there. Just for Santa's stats, he is fight 0, move of 6 with 12 health. So he's not too strong against a werewolf. So for the monster phase, we're going to start with this werewolf. There's two good guys and 2 bad guys in this melee, so there's no support here. So Santa's fight of 0 against the wolf's fight of +4. Hey, all right. Success. 19 against an armor of 11. That's 8 damage on the werewolf. He's down to 4. And so Santa could push himself out of combat. So that might... Well, I don't know if he can push himself out because he's still in combat with somebody else. But I think he can push the werewolf out. Just push him on the other side of the snowman or something.
Okay.
Think we can do that?
Right to there?
Yeah. Okay, now that wolf is going to attack Santa. +1 for the wolf, +0 for Santa. 19. That's 9 damage on Santa. Santa's down to 3.
Ouch. And we didn't take any healing spells.
So this boar has Bones of the Earth cast on him, so he has to fight off a fight of 0 to be able to move. He got not much. The Bones of the Earth is a 16 with fight 0, so boars have an armor of 12, so that's 4 damage. They have 8 health to start with, so that boar is down to 4. Let's see where this ice toad goes. He's going to travel the same direction he's already facing, and then second move, turn there. And that gorilla looks like the closest it can see is probably your archer, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the archer and the wizard are doing a good job of blocking line of sight. So he can't see Santa, I wouldn't say.
Alright, so I think he's going to come over and probably engage your archer. Are you going to snap your wizard in?
Indeed.
We'll just keep your archer facing backwards because he's cool like that.
Yeah. Okay, so the archer has a fight of 2 plus support for 2 more, and the gorilla has a fight of +4. Wow. So gorilla gets 9, archer gets 21.
All right. He does have a dagger, so that's -1 for damage.
Right.
So that's 20 against 12 armor, so 8 damage on that gorilla.
8 damage, that's not bad.
You're going to push the gorilla out of combat?
That seems like a very wise idea.
Okay. And that's the end of the monster phase. Well, let's spawn another monster.
Spawn a new one. 15. A minor demon.
Okay. Let's see which spot he's on.
Number 5.
All right, there's the minor demon. Let's roll initiative for this turn. 4. All right, you're going.
Okay, so this wizard, seeing the nasty gorilla, doesn't like him any, so he's going to chuck an exploding snowball or grenade at him. It requires a 12.
Nice.
18, indeed.
It's a +3 shooting attack.
Yep, the gorilla.
+4 fight. For him.
+4. So 19 versus 16.
Alright, that's
Okay.
7 damage.
7 damage. And he is still standing.
Oh no.
Archer is going to shoot werewolf. What does a werewolf have for fight?
+4.
+4. Great. Archer is +2. 14, 16 to 8.
Against armor of 12, so that's 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yeah.
He is down.
Whew. Good. Okay.
And then these guys are going to make a run for Santa. And then this guy can move a total of 7. So he's running up. Try and help.
Alright, my snowman is going to move into combat with this wolf and attack. He's got support from Santa. Everyone loves support from Santa. So, snowman is +2 versus +1. 5 to 5. Nothing happens there. And my archer is going to take a shot at that gorilla that has 1 hit point left. Alright, I got a +2, which is 13 against that. So I win. Its armor is 12, so that's 1 damage on the gorilla, which is all it needs.
Perfectly placed.
Alright, after that shot, the archer is going to run up to engage this dog to give some support. Then I'm going to have my tracker do a half move, because that's all you can move while he's carrying that. Get to where you can get a straight line of shot at this minor demon. Fire. Alright, the minor demon has a fight of +3. I moved, so he's got +4 against my shoot of +2. 8 to 9. So failure on the shot. Okay, so my wizard is going to attempt to cast Possess again, this time on the Templar. 13. He will empower that for 1 for 14, which is enough to successfully cast Possess. The knight now has Templar has +2 armor and +2 fight.
Nice.
And then the wizard will run away. Right over here.
So Santa Claus, being upset at the bad dog who's trying to bite him, and supported by 1 and 2, is going to attack the dog with a +4, and the dog has the wolf has a +1. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, so 23 to 8. Math. Dog is dead.
Okay, good. We can just leave him in that pile there.
Yeah, he's good. Santa Claus will try and run away. Then he will beeline it, I guess, straight. I'm going to take off some movement because of all the bodies, which is kind of fun. So you'll be able to move 4. Can make it to right there with his treasure.
Okay, next is monster phase. Okay, this boar, still trapped by bones of the snow of the earth, is going to try to break free. It has a fight of, I'm not sure, but it's still 1. The bones of the earth has 0 health, so that is defeated. So now it can move. It's 6 movement. Get it over here. It's going to trigger this thing. Is everything within 2 inches of that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody else is just out of range. That's good.
Okay, so the explosive rune right here goes off with a +5 shooting attack on everything within 2 inches versus a boar's fight of +2. Well, 10 to 17.
Well, it's worth a try.
Yeah.
And then we've got this ice toad. Let's see which way he goes. I'm going to roll for his other movement direction check. A little bit this way. And this minor demon can see my guys over there, and I believe that's within 6 inches. So he'll engage my tracker, and my wizard will step into combat. My tracker has... They both have 12 hit points, actually. So roll to see who he attacks. Whichever is highest. White is my wizard. He attacks my tracker. So that's a +4 for my tracker against +2. My tracker's supported. 13 to 8. That is a hit. Alright, so the minor demon actually got a +3, but it doesn't matter. They have an armor of 11, so that is 3 damage on the minor demon, and I will push him out of combat. So I can shoot him at nearly point blank range in a moment. And that is all the monsters.
And for spawning a monster this round, 12, which is another white gorilla. And it appears in spot 6, which is up there.
So what really happened was the gorilla ran away.
Yeah, it looked like he died, but nope, he just ran.
Alright, and he's ready to fight again.
Yeah.
This round? Initiative for this round? Alright, I think it's you.
So my wizard here is going to do a 6-inch move to here.
Pretty nice flip he did in there.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you're fancy. And he's got line of sight over to these 2 animals for a control animal spell. He knows that the gorillas have really high will and that the toads don't, and they have a big bite. So he's going to go after the toad. It requires a 16 to cast successfully, but he does have a scroll in backup. Scroll it is.
The way the errata words it is that the scroll would be effective on a 3 for the monster's will roll.
Yeah. So, looking at this being a 3, it's a 85% chance that the ice toad will be able to break it. So I'm actually not going to burn the scroll on this now when there's an 85% chance that he'll just shrug it off. So I'm just going to take the 2 damage for failing a spell that badly. There we go. So the archer is going to run over by his companion wizard here. He's going to lay one into the gorilla. And shooting him from a distance, gorillas, fight of +4.
+1 for movement.
+1 for movement, right? So he gets +5, and my archer is at +2. So 20 to 18.
Nice.
That's a victory.
8 damage on the gorilla.
So we are going to have the man-at-arms is going to make a short move. He's going to snap into combat with the boar and just stand there. And then the Templar is going to also, after he puts his helmet down, do a short move into combat. So the Templar is going to be attacking. The Templar comes in with a fight of +4, +2 for his friend. And the boar has a fight of +2.
You got another +2 for being possessed.
Oh, right. So that is a +8 total. Oh boy.
9 to 16.
9 to 16, so
You do have an armor of 14 because of that possess.
that helps. 2 damage.
Alright.
You know, that's probably the only time with a +8 that you would miss.
And my wizard is going to attempt to try to cast a snow dart at the minor demon. Casts on an 8. Success. Alright, so that is a +5 shooting attack against a +3. 7, so failure. He's just going to move up here next to Santa. My tracker is going to take a shot. +2 versus +3. Failure. Gonna move over here by his wizard. And the zombie, or snowman, is going to run in and try to attack this thing. Fight of +4 with all that support. Oh no! The snowman gets critical hit. Gets gored right through.
Right in the nose.
My archer is going to come over here. Just put him here so that everybody can support here in a moment. Take a shot. He moved. So the demon's at a +4 to my +2. And that arrow misses as well. Well, my team just did a whole lot of nothing. three missed shots and one fallen snowman. I think it'd be Santa's turn. I'm thinking he probably doesn't want to do much.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got baddies in front of him.
Okay, monster phase. This gorilla sees Santa. He can move 6 inches.
Can move 6 inches, which puts him directly into combat with Santa. Does your wizard want to snap into combat?
Yes, my wizard will snap into combat to support Saint Nick.
All right.
And Santa has the least amount of hit points with like 3, I believe.
Yep, 3 it is. And the gorilla comes in with a fight of +4. Santa has a fight of +2 because of support.
All right. Come on, Santa.
So 14 to 6.
Santa has 10 armor. So that's 4 damage. Oh no, Santa!
Oh, Santa falls dead to a gorilla.
Uh-oh. Well,
Uh,
there may be no Christmas presents this year from Santa.
Well, from all of us here at Dad's Playing Games, Merry Christmas, and we're really sorry Santa's not showing up at your house or ours because he died due to a gorilla attack in the snow.
Well, thank you for watching our video. Even if you don't get Christmas presents this year, we hope that you have a good Christmas filled with family, friends, and games.
And if you've ever played a game like this, holiday themed, please let us know in the comments because there's a lot of holidays coming up that we can do celebrations for. So let us know about that, and we will see you in our next video.